Ani, hello, my name is Loretta Schuster, and the spirit name given to me is Zhaawashkwaa-Giizhigong-Biish-Kwe, which means Blue Sky Water Woman. I'm Turtle Clan, and I have ties to Mille Lacs First Nation in Northwestern Ontario through my biological mother, grandparents, and great-grandparents. I'm Anishinaabemowin, a traditional craft artist, and a medicine gardener, and I'm also the founder of Miskwadesi Studio right here at Central Library in Richmond Hill. I'm an intergenerational survivor of the 60s scoop, and my own experience growing up as an urban Indigenous adoptee led me to want to create the spaces that were unavailable to me in my hometown. Today we will be talking about sweetgrass, also known as wiingashk in Anishinaabemowin. Sweetgrass is often used as a smudge medicine, and braids are often given as gifts of gratitude or used in ceremony. It's also used in powder form. It has a sweet vanilla aroma and is used for purification, for healing, and it really provides a sense of calm to the spirit. Even when it isn't burning, simply holding a braid of sweetgrass can bring comfort. I know that when I'm in need of support, I often find myself reaching for a sweetgrass braid. Sweetgrass is known as the hair of Mother Earth, and we need to handle her with the same care and gentleness that we would our mother's hair, our daughter's hair, our auntie's hair. Sweetgrass is a gentle, grounding medicine. She has deep roots that hold the soil together. In my teachings, sweetgrass sits in the southern doorway of the medicine wheel, although you may see it sit in the north in some teachings, and that's okay. The south is a place of warmth. It's that brightest sunlight. It's the place where all life is coming alive. It represents the summertime, the middle of the day, of youth, and this is the place where all of our plant beings are coming into their growth phase. During the summer, so many people get together with their families and their communities, and the sweetgrass teaches us about that strength that we find in each other. When I harvest, I gently cut small bunches about 1 inch to 1.5 inches above the soil. Every step of this process is so important that we do this gently and mindfully because, like we spoke about earlier, it is the hair of Mother Earth. The root system is very fragile on sweetgrass, so it's important to never tug or pull on the sweetgrass because if the roots are broken, that plant won't grow back next season. And when gathering sweetgrass in the wild, it's really important that you only take what you need and never take it all. So there's 2 ways that I braid sweetgrass. The first is I intuitively listen to the plant and I gather enough for a braid. The other way is a traditional way of braiding sweetgrass that uses 21 strands. And the strands are grouped into 3 sets of 7. The first 7 honor the 7 generations behind us. The next 7 represent the 7 grandfather teachings of love, respect, honesty, courage, wisdom, and truth. And the final 7 look ahead to the generations to come. In some traditions, the 3 groupings represent the mind, body, and spirit all coming together in one in harmony. And whenever I'm making a sweetgrass braid, before I do any braiding, I always like to remove any pieces that wouldn't make a nice braid. And I like to return those pieces to the compost or to the earth. It's all really about the intention and respect of making that braid, because when you give someone a braid, you want it to look really nice. You want to show them that you took a lot of love and care into it. And whenever you tie a sweetgrass braid fresh, it's going to loosen overnight. So you're going to have to tie it again. So I like to tie it like this, and then again, and then flip it over, and then tie it again. To start it, you really want to fold that first piece over and kind of shape it with your fingers. And when you do that, it'll kind of set the tone of the whole rest of the braid. And just keep shaping it with your fingers so that it's even and each fold kind of comes into itself. And if you see any pieces snapping off like this, that's okay, because at the end, you can kind of come up and trim them off. And if you do this over a paper bag, same thing with the top part, you can trim that off as well. I like to save those pieces for tea. Sweetgrass makes a lovely, light light tasting tea. It's really comforting. And if you notice that your braid's getting a little wonky, you can take that last part out and redo it. And I've never been the best at braiding. I look at some people's braids and they're just absolutely perfect. But I know that, it's not about being perfect. When we braid sweetgrass, it's about our connection with our mother, with Creator. I'm just so grateful that we are able to grow sweetgrass. After you've tied your sweetgrass braid, I like to go over any of the little fluffy bits and just trim them off. And again, these little bits, nothing goes to waste because you can use that in tea. And there we go. Growing sweetgrass has taught me so much. When I was a youth, my family started bringing us to ceremonies and powwows, and that's when I first fell in love with sweetgrass. At powwows, my dad used to give us a little bit of pocket money to spend at the vendor markets. I always chose a braid of sweetgrass to bring home because I knew it was special. And since it wasn't available to harvest or purchase anywhere near our home in Richmond Hill, we started growing it in our backyard, and over the years, it's been such a gift to watch it return each spring. I love seeing the blades poke up through the soil. They get bigger and bigger as the days get warmer. As the summer arrives, sweetgrass gets longer, becomes more fragrant, and every step of her growth is something that makes you stop, pause, and have a moment of peace. Every time I pass by, she draws me in. I started planting pots beside my windows, and in midsummer, that breeze just carries the scent right into our house.